So last time we went further into the cave, got a good amount of the cave done, but then unfortunately we got to a point where we needed to have equipment that we at that point in time didn't have, so I searched around the entire world again to find that one item. And as I said at the end of last stream, I went and looked around for that item, and now I'm feeling stupid again. Because I found this item and a few other things that I'd like to mention, because I explored the cave a little bit more, especially the area before the midpoint, and it turns out I was right. You do get new armor in that area, because I mean the enemies after the midpoint did so much damage, so there had to be some armor. And lo and behold, there are a shield and regular armor that are both a good deal stronger. Although the shield has the disadvantage of lower of having poison. Or was it? No, oh no, it's the shield gives you extra strength, so the shield is pretty good, but the armor gives you poison, which is not that great. Luckily, we have the silver amulet, which negates that effect, and I also found a new accessory slot in the cave, if you didn't notice. But that one I found after the midpoint, so I also searched around that area, and I also did that jellyfish boss that we encountered in the last episode, because I wanted to see if it gives you anything interesting, or if that boss maybe has the equipment you need, because I walked around a little bit again and talked with everyone in the villages again, and then oh, it's not you. And then I found out that someone gives this to you that allows the bearer to move freely in deep waters. And I thought, of course I missed this. But again, it's kind of like you have to go to one house where you have to remember, oh, that guy said you get a reward. And I cannot really remember that he said anything like that, or he said that really early. And it has been a really long time since then. So I tried not to do that. And now we're, at least we can continue. But I'm kind of mad that I myself didn't really realize the option to go and talk to everyone in the villages again. But then again, there were so many places in the cave that I simply didn't visit, because I didn't really have a good overview of the area because I didn't really know how to connect all of these sections in my head, because I just wanted to get through it because the enemies were so dangerous. But now that I grinded up to level 40, that's not really a problem. I mean, you also have to take into account that I now got better armor that they kind of expect you to have, at least on hard difficulty. So if I'm ever going to do another playthrough, if I'm ever going to do the nightmare difficulty playthrough, I'll try to remember that. I'm sure I'll remember that, because these are the situations where you'll definitely remember something like that, because you spend so much time searching for this dumb equipment and how to continue. So yeah, I mean, compared to last time, I also got a really good amount of experience in. So again, I'm now level 40, and the enemies still give me good experience, and that's surprising. I mean, now first there was one area right at the beginning, the Moonlit Shore, where you can go into the water and get something. So I'll do this first. But yeah, again, talking about the previous stream, I'm not really that mad that I missed this one, because that was I really didn't think about that person to give me an item. And also, funnily enough, there was another person who said, hey, and now that I remembered, hey, there is these birds or these armored enemies in the cave are really annoying. We had an item that took care of them, but we lost it, and that was the Bell of Silence that we got from that B-boss, so we technically had to beat it. I mean, you didn't really have to beat it, because you could just walk away from them, but now it totally makes sense why these guys were so aggressive and why you couldn't really damage them. But still, this is a really annoying kind of information, because you have to talk to that one guy, or you have to remember to talk to that one guy that tells you that there is such an item, and then you have to find it first, and then you have to go there and equip it. Which again, since you also need the Rainbow Fragment, that is another equipment slot that you simply lose in this dungeon. And I'm not really that glad about it, because it's annoying if you have to waste multiple accessory slots, because then again, if you didn't really find that extra accessory slot in the caves because you didn't want to walk around in it that much, you're out of luck. And another thing I found, which was which was a rather obscure place to get to, because you had to do a specific jump onto a pillar, and from there you had to go through a pretty dark area where there were a lot of birds. And at that point I had the bell, so it wasn't really that bad, but we got the goat tabula, and since I also read the other two, I think it's probably just fair that I read this one as well. Next, I must also write of the tailless ones who lived in this land as followers of Alma, much like ourselves. They were wise and ambitious, and following Alma's teachings, they learned to spin amulas of their own. Having mastered the 3 basic colors, they sought to create black and white amulas. Yet Alma steadfastly refused to impart such wisdom upon them. The power of black amulas is terrifying, you see, and those without wings would have no means to control it. This was not enough to sway the tailless ones, however. They dedicated themselves tirelessly to research in their cave. Yet try as they might, the day never came when they would behold that jet-black sheen with their own eyes. The amulas that emerged from their cauldron was neither black nor white, but ashen in color. Again, if you have a problem with pronunciations, I don't really know any better. That's how it sounds in my head, and unless I really hear it or unless someone directly corrects me, which hasn't happened so far, I'm going to continue. But okay, now one thing that's interesting to note about... Oh my god, it's just Kevlar water. I mean, this is one thing that I really don't understand why this game does it. I mean, because sometimes you have Kevlar water in regular boring looking chests, and then you have them in the special chests with the golden outline that normally has equipment and such. And I always think, okay, now I'm going to get something really good or something important, and then it's just more water that I practically never use because RPG rules and I'm too stingy with it. Yeah, I can probably sell that one. Also, I think now I have a I have a really good mental image of how the cave looks like. At least the part after the midway point, because I pretty much went every way. Buy another one of these. Yeah, but some other things to note is that first of all, I now have a Twitter account, so if you're interested in some more streams and you want to follow me on Twitter, then please do so. I'm trying to get a schedule working, but I'm also trying to see to let it be more flexible, because I mainly want to get a few viewers in first to see if the dates that or the times that I'm trying to stream at are good for them. I mean, there are some days where I'll probably won't stream, and that are Monday and Friday. But otherwise it's should be pretty likely for me to stream. Because the thing is, it's hard to get a schedule if you don't know when people are most likely to watch it, since I don't really have any input about this. Yeah, but if you want to know when I'm going live, either follow me on Twitch, or I think what would be better is following me on Twitter, because then I can tell you at around which times, or that I can tell you in advance that I'm going to stream the next day, or around 15 to 30 minutes before I'm going to start any other stream. Because hey, I'm technically still new to this. And I still hate these phantom guys. And generally this dungeon. Now that I know that you can kind of defeat the birds, okay. That you have to get this item. I mean, it's still a roundabout way to get it, but. Oh yeah, and the other thing. I now E3 is pretty much right around the corner. And I'm not going to live stream the events, mainly because a lot of them are late in the night, some around 3 PM. I think Bethesda starts around 3 PM, 3 AM, not PM. PM would be that bad, but starts around 3 AM in the morning, and I have university classes, so. I mean, I'm probably going to watch it because classes won't start that late, but still, I'll probably be able to get enough sleep in, so that shouldn't really be a problem. But talking excitedly or not excitedly in a measurable voice at around 3 in the morning in an apartment building isn't exactly the best idea, so I probably won't do it. And also there are probably a lot of other streamers that are going to show the event on their channels. And I'm not really that big, since I don't really have any viewers that I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to stream that. Oh wow, new enemies! Oh my god, I'm almost this one because I mean, at least now, since I leveled up so much, the next area shouldn't really be a problem. And I also got the sword equipment. Not the sword equipment, but generally my sword is now stronger, and I got new armor and a new shield, so. And I always get the feeling like we somehow have to get that double jump. Because I don't know, I really like double jump. There are a lot of games where... How do I... No. No. This is pretty much precision platforming in a non-platformer. Oh my god. And I don't know if you can do this, because at most of the other times when I thought you couldn't do this, you could do this, so I'm not going to bother with it too much. I'm going to beat this dungeon and then I'm going to do this. Although, if this is some armor or some almost necessary equipment, then I'm going to be really mad that they put it at such a spot. I mean, it's obvious, so I probably shouldn't complain that much. Oh my god. And now the boss. And the third fairy. One other thing that's also kind of annoying is that I'm playing this game on a wireless USB controller. Oh my god. Okay. That's a really annoying feature, that that arm shouldn't hurt me. It's not moving. And I didn't really know how I damaged this guy. Okay, so you... Oh god, no, why these guys? And again. Okay, I don't really... I have to pretty much hit them back at the boss. Okay, so it's the rocks that hurt me. Okay. So your sword damage is pretty much okay, I didn't really see that he was going to do the laser attack. I mean, why? Why do they put the most annoying enemies in this boss? And again, for this looks like they're doing it for almost no reason. And again, I didn't see that this boss did the laser attack. I wasn't. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I really have to say, I get these bosses behind the. I get what they wanted to do with them, but it just feels a little bit. What they wanted to do. Oh my! What is this bullshit? Oh my god, this stupid animation was too long. And that's the kind of annoying thing if you have a boss that takes fixed damage from enemies, because it how? Okay, I have to say, now I didn't really see any reason why he would do that, as to why he would do that attack. And then these explosions also have such a... Oh my... I'm so mad. That stupid attack pushed me right into the laser. The laser stays so long that you, even if you try to get out, you cannot, and you get hit twice. Okay, I'm going to play this safe. And I got hit twice again. And these hitboxes are annoying as hell. And why? Why did I get hit there? This is such a garbage boss. Okay, I'm sorry. I can see what the game wants me to do, but it's just really that well telegraphed that I have to hit the birds back, and I don't know what beating these hands does. Unless, of course, if I do one, and then I can get the other mic. Then stay down. That's the other thing. I cannot really test if there's anything if I hit these. If I hit these two at the same time, because they simply won't stand down. And now again, now that I defeated one, this one is just going to... What? Okay, now that was... The others I kind of get, but that one was... But I'm not going to defend that one. I really have to say, it looks like the hitboxes on these bosses are kind of garbage. I mean, otherwise how can you explain that? Why? I jumped over that arm. Okay, beating both arms up apparently does nothing. So I don't really know why they then let you beat up both the arms if you pretty much only have to beat up one. They just have to stand. Oh yes, and the beam from the arm is oh my god, that was the root attack. Oh my god, stay. Oh my god, let me. Because the thing is, if you're... This probably won't be a winning attempt, but... Why? What? I had it! I pretty much had it. What? Nothing hit me. I was far away from the laser. And I wasn't near the arm. I was where the head was. I jumped. I'm jumping there every time, and this was such a good attempt too. Oh my god, I'm so angry. Okay. The thing is the birds in the back kind of appear at irregular intervals too. Again, what hit me? Why did I get 70 damage there again? Such a joke. That's kind of the annoying thing about a boss like that. You beat it, and it doesn't count. I mean, I'm getting a better hang of the boss. That's for sure. Okay, that was... Okay, now. Okay, so the secret is pretty much... If you can see how the birds are going to fly at you, you shouldn't really do a combo, but instead you should just hit them back one at a time. The thing is, you can still miss some, because I don't think the timing of every bird is optimal. So it's more like if the birds come towards you in pairs or all at the same time, which you can see in the background if you're at how they appear in the background. So if they appear all at once, or if they appear pairwise back then you can see, okay, then I better use my special attack. Interestingly enough, I don't really use the wind sword in the regular dungeons, because now I think the yellow one is faster, the thunder sword is faster, and the red sword is stronger and has more range, so I'm primarily using those two, but you can still get a good amount done with this, with the wind sword. So it's nice that it still has its uses, because I think the red special attack wouldn't have been that long to hit all the birds. And I don't really hit all of them with the wind sword either, but I hit more. Or at least it looked like I hit more. Because I don't know if the Thunder Sword really profits from that. That it's kind of a heat-seeking attack. And I know that this is a little bit too safe, because if you're playing it like that, like if you're playing it like I did in that last attempt, or maybe it would be better to say in the last 2 attempts, that you're just going to hit them back one at a time and just defeat one arm and don't really do anything about the other one, then you can pretty much get hit by the birds, or because they don't do nearly enough damage. But I really have to say, I mean, I got hit by a good amount of attacks, but a few of those hitboxes were really shitty. I mean, well, the one attack I wasn't near anything except the hand, and I jumped up the hand so many times previously. Because if I was near the arm, then okay, I pretty much knew that the arm was dangerous territory. Oh, thank God. I was thinking I might have to go somewhere else. Oh, hey, it's Dogi. Of course. Wall, Dogi. Yes, now I know. Now I see why you couldn't do anything. The funny thing is, Dogi is kind of like this East staple, but it still doesn't really feel like it to me, because yeah, he was in East 1 and 2, and also in Fergana and therefore 3, but he wasn't in 4, or at least not in the modern version of 4 in Memories of Cersetta, and he also wasn't in 5. At least on the SNES version, because I think he was in the PlayStation version of the game. I'm not sure, but pretty much Dogi. Yeah, because the thing is, he also isn't really that much in East 2. He's not really present in the games, but but still, he's still a step. I mean, he's Adolf's body, so of course. But I kind of expected his character to be a little bit more substantial to the other games, since since from what I've seen, he's such a big name. I mean, still there are a few games, but when I think about East, and when I think of what most people talk about when they mean East, then I think mostly mean the more classic games. And I think this still counts towards the more classic games. I think the newer style was introduced with E7, and 8 is again something different, but I get there. I mean, I only have this 7 and 8, and then I'm up to date. But still, I don't really know if I'm if I should. Oh, Terra, right? That was the girl from the Band of Thieves in East 5. And the other thing for Terra is I knew that she was in this game because she is on the Steam page. One of the preview images is of her. And it's kind of interesting since I think we're now a little bit over the halfway point of the game, because I don't know how big the arc is going to be, since we're definitely going there. I mean, it's called the Arc of Napishtim, but I still don't know who Napishtim is, or what, and how big the arc is, because, hey, East 1 took place during Dam Tower, and that was pretty much 50% of the entire game. Final Dungeon was pretty much half of the game. I mean, because according to our cheating teleport device, we pretty much know that there's only one location that we can teleport to, and that definitely has to be the final dungeon, or at least the entrance to the final dungeon, depending on if there's something else. But also lengthwise, if I'm kind of counting every stream, I think my playtime on Steam was around 9 hours last time I checked, and I think Oath in Falgana was around 19 hours, so yeah, this is definitely almost it could very well be that we're in the last third of the game. I mean, we're also level 40, and that is pretty high for ease. Since normally you end the game at around level 50, which is normal JRPG endgame level. I don't remember if we met Jet before. I mean, if it's some characters from 1 or 2, and maybe also from Oath in Falgana, then I probably won't remember them that well, since it's been a little bit since I talked with them. But yeah, I have to say, so far I'm a little bit disappointed by the boss, because the thing is, I also had a little bit of problems with some bosses in Oath in Falgana. And the one thing you cannot say about these bosses is that they don't try something new, because you have to approach every boss kind of differently. And that's a cool thing, but the annoying part is, I don't really have to worry about getting stuck. Yeah, I think I can teleport. Hopefully. And this is interesting, since you now have since you now have this entire ship full of colorful characters that may play a role later. Either that, or I forgot half of these people. This might be important. I don't know how yet. See, and the other thing regarding the Kepler water, now that I see it, is I didn't need magic for most of this dungeon, and for most of this boss, not dungeon. I did need magic for most of this boss, but the big problem was that the water was pretty, or that the magic came back really quick. It simply was attack, 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 simple. And after you attacked for that many times, then the magic pretty much came back on its own, so you don't really need the water. So I don't know if it's more like for regular levels, since you also, and that's the other thing, you also cannot open the menu during boss fights, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. So I don't know why I've been talking about that, but that's the thing. I don't really see that big of a need to use it in the field, unless against those extra bosses. Yeah. Also, the other indicator that we're pretty much almost done is there's only 2 armors missing, but on the other hand, we still have a lot of items missing here. I mean, here we're going to pretty much get the light and the dark tabula, and we don't really necessarily have to get all of these full. As far as I remember, there are some games where you don't get any item. And I don't know why I'm traveling with them by boat when I could just go through the cave again. I mean, I myself went through this cave so many times. And it still didn't work. And then I went some more times, and now I know this cave very well. Yeah, and this was the guy that gave me the amulet. Yeah, Baslam. I mean, he is the top merchant guy, so I probably should have asked him, but then again, I couldn't really remember that I needed to, and he didn't really strike me as that important. The person that was more important was Raba and Isha that was with him. Yeah, I'm going to stream for around 45 minutes more. And then I'm probably going to stop since I want to watch the EA Play. And you might be thinking, why would I do this to myself? I mean, I have an E3 bingo and there are some funny and moments. There are often some funny moments during these, and otherwise it's just why? And this year there are apparently no surprises at all, since they did put out a schedule that said, hey, these are the games we're showing, there's nothing really new, but you can turn in at these times and then you'll get stopping at this time, and then you can just watch it. Oh, so like FIFA and I think Madden, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So a lot of stuff. Rather. Although first I should power up my sword. I don't know if I should power up thunder or fire. I think I like the faster takes, but also this has a lot of range if I need it. Oh, I'm missing. I thought it was 10,000. Okay, doesn't matter. Just realizing that now. Oh. Oh, she's back. Isha is back. That means she's probably going to get kidnapped or some other thing soon. So it kind of seems so obvious that there's something more going on with the priestesses. Okay, I think they said I should talk with him, and if he's not there, then maybe talk with Terra, and after that, the drink with the other guy. Oh, that was her dad. Okay. See, I didn't really remember him. I thought in my mind maybe he was her dad, but since it said captain and he was a thief, I wasn't really sure, and I thought, nah, he wasn't a captain, but now it's captain, so. Okay, nice. The other funny thing about that boss from before is if I hadn't been that high of a level, it probably would have destroyed me. But the other thing is my added strength was pretty much useless. Or I think it was. It would be weird if if that wasn't fixed damage. To talk with her dad. Okay, so this, maybe I should have hold on to it. Maybe I might have had to hold on to it, but there are other places where it also could have been that I really don't need it, so maybe I did need it to get a drink with the father, with Mr. Captain, and that would have given me something, but now I can't. Or now that I use this, I can get another one at the ship. I mean, I can try. So. The thing I have to say about this map is that it's not really that helpful for in-dungeon navigation, or to know if your location is that right, because you simply maybe there is another one of these. Nope. So I'll probably have to go back here, maybe talk with Isha and... Okay, now I think I don't need this anymore. Also be the... Oh yes, I forgot. I need to have this equipped at all times. Something I have to say about these streams is they have been fun, but I don't really know if they are the definite right way for me to play these games, because I kind of like to daddle around a little bit and wasting a little bit of time. And then there are some phases where I'd like to play a little bit more spontaneously. But I mean, I could still do it like this, but the problem is that it's a little bit hard for me to get the microphone set up and to guarantee that the rest of the house isn't that noisy when I'm at home, and when I'm at my apartment, then it's a little bit hard to guarantee to get the volume right as well. And at my apartment, it's more often that I'm just coming back from university, so and I don't want to start streaming that late, but I also want to sit back a little bit. And it's a little bit hard to do that when you're saying that you have to make some food and then start streaming in about an hour. If you always have to set up your laptop and the other streaming stuff like the microphone and that thing and stable internet connection, and to try and look that everything is working properly. Bitrate isn't weird. Because I'm taking my laptop with me, so I have to change the setup every time, and I mean it's not that bad. It's not really a incredibly complicated setup, but yeah. I don't know if it would have been better to just... It wouldn't be better to just let's play some of these games, but then again, I'm not really that good in editing. Mainly also because I haven't really edited anything. I just recently got Sony Vegas. Because I don't know what kind of since I'm thinking that streaming is a little bit harder to get on a schedule, but I think Let's Play episodes wouldn't, because I could just record them in advance and then release them. But then again, for most of these games I'm planning to stream, these are mostly games that I'm trying to get behind me, but it's not really working. Since and streaming gives me pretty much a reason to just finally play these games, and I don't know that I know that I don't really have an audience that will watch this. I mean, it would be nice. Would definitely be nice, but yeah. I mean, again, I'm still kind of I'm still trying to find my style. Still stumbling over a lot of words because English is not my native language. Which is pretty obvious, but if I'm streaming, I'd like to do something more general that more people can watch, so English it is. And more water. Wow. The thing is, with all of these special chests, I really hope that... the thing is, I don't know, I really hope that either these special chests are Kepler water in not catastrophe mode, or that the regular chests are all have Kepler water in not catastrophe mode. But I'm more leaning towards regular chests having different items, and that the big chests have Kepler water. And it could very well be that this mirror is evil, or that it summons evil, or that it's the counter against evil. These are the two options. The thing is, with something like raids, I don't really want to raid anyone unless I have at least one viewer that I know will raid, because I know one-man raids are a thing, but I don't really want to raid anyone that I don't know. But I also don't know if if these people want raids. I mean, as far as I know, you can turn them off. And oh wow, the lag frames seem to increase again. I don't know why. Is it streaming length? Or is it just that there's a lag again, since I since to be fair, I didn't have any lag frames except for starting the stream. But then again, at the start of the stream, I also I really don't know what's going on. If it's maybe the recording taking up so much, but it's not really taking up any CPU, so I don't really know what's the problem. If I may have to okay, I'm going a little bit longer. I really hope that this isn't too bad. Because that's the other thing with streaming. I don't know why this happens, and I don't really want it to happen, because I want to at least have a decent quality, and if my video quality isn't that great, I at least want it to be consistent without that much stuttering. But now it starts to stutter again. And again, I had a stream where I had no problems over 2.5 hours, and now I seem to get it after an hour, and I don't know if it's because of recording or if it's because of the connection, or that they drop my speed after I use it for so long. But then again, I also did this here and I didn't have any problems, and I already already closed all the programs that would cause problems. So okay, now the leg frames are going crazy. Because the other thing is I don't want to stop recording and then upload a second part to YouTube, so and I mean, right now there isn't anyone watching because that's the other thing. If there, I probably would stop if there was anyone watching. Oh, it's getting really terrible and I don't know why. The thing that irritates me the most is that I don't know why I'm maybe I have to try again. Yeah, I'll probably have to go to Zenith Sanctum. Again, these... I mean, today it's not that bad because I'm not annoyed by the dungeon. But it just makes me mad to see the leg frames spike that high. And again, it also could be because I'm streaming and recording both over the hardware encoder, and that might probably be what's causing this. But I cannot. But I'm a little bit afraid to change it back because I didn't really have a lot of good experiences using the software encoder, but I probably have to start doing it. Or at least I'm going to test it for the next stream. So oh wow! Someone. Okay, this is this is stupid. So apparently, yeah, the vortex is gone, but now the evil is going to be unleashed. Or is that the Roman fleet? It could be. Well, that is incredible timing then, that the that the Roman fleet just happens to be waiting out there and and again someone yeah, I'm probably going back to the village and then I'm stopping because those lag frames are going crazy. I'm trying to stop the recording and then let the stream run for a bit to see if it's still happening. Yeah, I have to. I have to go like the entire way. Because it's not because of the CPU. Ooh. Wow, you got up pretty fast. And you didn't really have a teleport option. Okay, so I'm going to end this the recording now, and for anyone that is watching the VOD or that is here, I'm going to let the stream go for a little bit before I'm ending it, so yeah, that's it with this stream and episode of E6. We're pretty much closing into the end game. Next is probably either a few fights against the, I think, Roman battleships and people on these battleships, or a battle, and then we're probably going up the arc. But yeah, that's it for today.